So this week you are going to learn how to insert, update, and delete data in tables. And so you're going to read chapter 7 and then go through the lecture demo. Okay, and we are focusing now on DML commands, data manipulation language, where we modify the data. Okay, and so these are all DML commands. And you are going to learn how to add data to your tables. Then there's the textbook assignment where you're going to practice doing that before you actually do it in your term project. So there are videos in here that kind of show you how to do all of this. And so you're going to be kind of working through this. And then at this point, when you start working on this part of milestone 2, you should have the database created. You should have your tables created with the primary and foreign keys, and you should have indices. Okay, and so all of that should be done before you work on this part of milestone 2, because this part of milestone 2 is adding data to tables. Make sure all of this, part 1, is done before you start working on part 2. Okay, so you don't want to add the data to your tables before you've added foreign keys and that kind of thing. So part 2 is adding the data to your tables. And the order that you add the data is critical. So the tables that do not have foreign keys have to be done first. So just looking at this diagram, I can see zip code has no foreign keys because there is no many connector. Okay. Product does not have foreign keys. So those two would be done first. Now, once I have products, nope, I cannot do items on order yet. Let's see, once I have zip code, I can do my customer. Okay, and then once I've got my customer, you see how the key and the 1 is here. Once I've got my customer entered, I can do the payments and I can do my orders. Okay, and then once the orders are done, see how there's a little key here, I can do the items on the order. Items on the order require the product and the order to be done because it uses both the order ID and the item number, and those are coming from those tables. Okay, so you have to do the tables that don't have foreign keys first, and then you have to kind of look at relationships. So if the only foreign key in customer is zip, and I've entered the zip codes, I can go ahead and enter customer. Okay, and if the only foreign key in payments is customer, once I've added customer, I can add payments. Okay, so here is an example of code to add to the tables. Once you have all your tables have data, you're going to have to submit that SQL code that you use to insert the data. Also, quite often when people are inserting data, they realize that they need to make some little tweaks and changes. Any code that you use to make tweaks and changes, you also need to send to me because I'm going to run your scripts and add data to your tables. Okay, so all of milestone 2 is due at the end of this week. Okay, so part 1 from here and also part 2, all due at the end of this week. Then once your project is done, you're going to work on your mini showcase. And this is just to share your project with your classmates. because it is fun to see what other people are working on and you can learn from each other. So you're going to do a PowerPoint presentation and you're going to need a title slide. You will need your database diagram in there. And then for each table, you are going to display the columns in the table and the data. So you need to do that for every single table that is in your database. Okay, and then you're going to be exporting this to an MP4 video. Okay, and these are directions on how to do that. And then once you have the video, you will be able to add it to the discussion forum. Okay, so I have some examples of the PowerPoint bakery one and the MP4, and here is how you will be graded. And just in case you've never added a video before, in your discussion forum, I do have directions on how to do it, but also it's helpful to see it. So let me show you how to add the video. So here is the video. And what you want to do is add your video. You're going to hit browse, and then you're going to need to upload it. So you're going to have to choose that video file from your system, wherever you have saved it. So you are going to select the video. Let me see, I might just upload a random one. If I have a random video in here, which I do. And this will be database milestone 2. Now, it can take a while to upload the video. And I should also point out that when you are converting your PowerPoint into a video, that can also take a while. Okay. But once you've got it, you'll insert the media. Okay. Obviously not my database, but anyway, you kind of get the gist of how that works. So you will be sharing that with the class. And so go ahead, post it. I would give it a title, post it. And then you will need to review your classmates' projects and reply to at least 3 of them. So that is what we are working on this week. There are a couple resources down here for you to look at. If you do run into any problems or if you have questions, please let me know. And I hope you all have a great week.